that's going on. You got it wrong.
That's you, man.
That's all right.
I think this is the other one.
Would you like a beer?
Yeah, please. You want a beer?
Gosh, put my earring on. You want a beer?
Oh, no, I'm good. You know me, I don't like that. Getting better about it.
There we go, sponsored by Miller Genuine Greta.
All right. I had to play guest bartender for one of our podcast guests this evening, Miss Whitney in the house from the Monkey Bar and Grill. Also with us tonight in the studio, we got Mr. Dustin Minnie from the Foodies app, which you guys can't see it up there, but there's a big ass banner right behind me hanging. So I think my brother Britt is still trying to figure out the mixing board. I know the gnarly gnome is probably listening right now, so if you are gnome, Gnome's like, I'm staring at this countdown, waiting to see if you guys nail 7 o'clock on the dot. Did we nail it? He's texting us right now.
We're doing pretty good on
Yeah,
time.
we
Yeah,
were.
now that it's coming through the mixer. It's coming from the
Yeah,
computer or the
You
camera.
were like waiting.
It's not coming through the mixer. He said it's coming from the camera or the computer.
All right, we should be good to go.
All right, so now does that sound much better now? He's my technical producer that is missing an action tonight, so we are flying solo, Britt and I, trying to
We
figure out all the.
should be okay now.
Should be all right. Okay. Well, I think we're good to go. So with us tonight also, we got David Bronx, who did a little bit of research a few weeks back about all the POS systems that are out on the marketplace. They're kind of confusing for food truckers, especially if you're just getting into the food truck business, because there's so many different options and choices. And obviously there are a ton of fees that go along with those options or choices. And so we've got him here tonight with us to explain what he had written about. And Rick, how is it now? Is it good?
Change it to LA.
Change it to LA. I don't know what LA is.
All right, do your thing.
What's LA? Hang on a second, guys. We're switching something here. What are we changing? That's good. What is L8? Hang on a second.
Level
folks,
8, like
because
Mario
we
Kart?
are
I don't know.
level 8. Mario.
What? Yes, he does.
You don't.
I'm not 100%
He's
sure
doing
if
one
we
from
can do it while it's already live or not.
He's a local from Fairfield. He's up here. He did a music video.
Well, hopefully you guys can hear
3 years ago.
what we're talking about. I'll let Britt text with the gnome over there and see if we can figure out what it is, but hopefully you guys can hear everything that we're putting out. So, anyways, so we got a lot of stuff to go over tonight. Obviously, we had last week, we had a guest on from Las Vegas, Nevada, that had started a app called Where's the Food Truck? We've been working with Dustin for 3 years now, and we've got him here tonight because a couple of things are going to change at the Monkey Bar and Grill this coming season for all you food truckers that are tuning in tonight. You are going to now start doing your bookings through the Foodies app. Is that correct?
Yes.
So just
Yes.
get in it.
I can't.
Again.
So that choice, I think, is a lot to kind of alleviate the pressure on you on the booking side of things and make it much easier for you to schedule and book trucks. So we have been talking back and forth about how to do this without pissing anybody off,
Right.
so to speak. And so the way that this is going to work for all you that already booked at the Monkey Bar is that she's going to put the dates back out on the Foodies app. And basically it'll be an open date, and then the trucks that are already booked, scheduled on your calendar, are going to be the first ones that you accept on that open date. Right. The way it's going to work? Yeah. And that way, those of you that have already booked your dates, don't worry, you're not losing them. It's just going to all filter through the Foodies app. Now, there's a couple of reasons for this. One is obviously to make her life scheduling trucks a lot easier. It's gonna be easier for her to track those trucks and know exactly who is going to be there at what time and when. And then the other reason is because of COVID-19, the Foodies app will allow for contactless payment and transactions. So that's going to mean that you don't have to exchange cash. So you want to talk a little bit about how that works?
Yes, so instead of having to, swipe a credit card and sign your name on the iPad that, dozens of people have touched, especially during COVID-19, trying to, decrease as much of the spread as possible. It's completely contactless. Just scan one phone over top of the consumer, and it takes that amount off of their QR code.
So as a consumer, I download the Foodies app on my phone and I get my own QR code for that particular truck. How does all that technology work?
You just put the money's, endless. You can use whatever you want with it. It's just one big bank account once they put the money on their QR system.
So let's just say that I'm going down to Monkey Bar for, I don't know, maybe the St. Patrick's Day food truck rally giving up, and there's, 5 trucks there, and I figure I'm going to spend, I don't know, $50 between all of them. I put that on what? I put that into my Foodies account that I set up on my phone when I download the app.
Correct.
And then I just use that like a
QR code.
Yeah. Okay. I've never used it, so I don't know how it works.
I mean, it's basically it's a smart barcode, if you will. So it's just like a barcode that you'd scan at a clothing store.
All right. So then nobody has to touch anything. There's no cash. There's no, and that kind of will help alleviate something, especially if this new strain decides to penetrate the U.S. and and hopefully the inoculation stuff, vaccine is going to work on that strain as well. But let's talk a little bit about all the stuff coming up. So obviously, Monkey Bar is going to be doing multiple food truck rallies throughout the summer. First one beginning Saturday, March 13th for St. Patrick's Day. So what's going to go on that day?
We are gonna open, it's still at 11, so we'll have all the food trucks there by 10, get set up, lined up, and then open up. We'll have the live entertainment 1 to 5, that's Sing One Thing Two, Strange Love from 6:30 to 9:30, and we'll just be hanging out, partying all day.
Sweet. So Jameson specials, I'm assuming?
We got all different kinds of Jamesons, the cold brew, we have different drinks, specialty drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So green beer, Guinness, lots of Guinness.
Are we doing a St. Patrick's Day costume contest of some sort? Bees, hats, wear your best and get something, or what's the deal?
We haven't talked about that, but that's definitely something that we could do. It'd be a lot of fun. I love it.
We could do that. You're
that.
green,
Yeah.
or you're gonna be pinched by the bartenders.
Yeah, we're getting tension away. So we could do maybe 2 different, what if somebody's not hanging out all day? We'll come up with something.
Okay.
2 different, because we're having 2 different entertainments. We could do daytime, nighttime, something like that.
So kegs and eggs, obviously, I think a couple of trucks that I've spoken to are going to be running, obviously, some Irish-inspired dishes on their truck that day. And I think Mama Bear said she was going to do some kind of kegs and egg breakfast type of dishes to start the day off with. So people can come down for brunch, obviously, from, whatever, 11 to 1, 11 to 2. And then it kicks into, all the good stuff, the Irish stews and the Scotch eggs and all the other things that will be available on the truck that are doing some Irish themed dishes. So we have 5 at this point, I think. It's Mama Bears, it's Quad Q,
Sure.
the German Corners,
Take It Easy.
And
Is it the Midwest? Are they on that one?
no, let me check that. Let me see the thing real quick. I think it's there's one more, and then I think we are going to take probably maybe 2 to 3 more trucks if they would like to participate to turn it into a true rally of sorts. Given that it's still COVID and we still have to be limited, so we are looking at potentially 8 to 10 trucks total. Now,
Rock and rolls.
Rock and roll.
Yep.
That's right, Matt. Okay. How can I forget Matt? He was just here last week. Brought us those huge sandwich wraps. So rock and rolls. I know they're going to be at Dogberry this coming Friday. Dogberry's But yeah, we're going to, try to shoot for 8 to 10, and I think you said that we could probably take that whole lower lot just outside of the monkey bar.
We'll block it off the night before, Friday night.
So unlike, many times before when you've been down to the monkey bar and you've got, cars coming in and out of that lower level lots, it'll all be designated for food trucks that day. So we are gonna start spreading the word out on social media. I just, created a flyer for the event, and, it's the first time that, I think the Monkey Tag Green, Irish class is on, that I can remember.
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Mark and Amy's gonna love that, super cute.
So yeah, I think, March 13th is the date, so if you guys, wanna put that on your calendar, it is going to be all day, from, 11 a.m. when you open, and unfortunately, due to COVID, we.
Till 10 o'clock.
Till 10.
Trucks will be there serving all the way up until, closing time, so it'll be an all-day thing.
Mhm.
So we are excited about having you guys, allow us to do that down there, because obviously it's a hot spot during the spring and summer, but, we'll see what happens March, 13th. Hopefully the weather cooperates and it's gonna be, 50, 60 degrees.
Everything will be outside, that would definitely be nice.
So what else is going on down there? I know that Mark is making some changes coming up, some things that are being done, and you want to talk a little bit about what's happening?
He isn't, right now, getting the kitchen together. Not sure exactly when that will be, but he's still working on it. Different kinds of foods, but like, appetizers, kind of like pizzas and quesadillas and stuff like that, starting out small.
Yep.
Um,
And then a smoker scenario or something is gonna go on outside? at
He's
some
gonna
point?
do something outside. I'm not sure. He might change up where the band was, like, is now, but put what he's trying to do there and move the band over more towards the right, kind of by the bridge area. He's gonna do that, and then, once all that happens, we'll just go down to like 1 or 2 food trucks on Friday, Saturday, totally different than what he's got
Right.
that way, because, either way, we can hold 1,200 people, and the little kitchen and that little thing, it's not gonna feed everybody,
Like
like,
the little trade that said I could.
Yeah, so-
No, we can't.
And everybody
Everything's
loves,
on
and everybody loves the atmosphere from all the food trucks. They love
Yeah.
the variety, and a lot of the times they come down there for their favorite food trucks. And we like to supply, of course, the drinks and just make it go with it.
Yeah, so, Dustin and I were there, I don't know, a week ago, and he had a bourbon, but it was upstairs. Talk about the whole, bourbon bar concept downstairs, because I mean, that's kind of cool. It's unique for that entire area, actually.
very unique. This
It
is
is.
something that Amber can tell
Yeah.
you guys a lot about. This is our bourbon girl right here.
Yeah.
Slide that mic over to her then.
Yeah, Mark loves to do his shopping with all the bourbons, especially the rarities, and he always tries to show like the staff like what he's got in stock. As of right now, we've got the 50th birthday Old Forester in, and then he's also got a couple of different limited version Woodfords in our stock. So just getting them out on the shelves. We've been doing our bourbon tastings that are every second Wednesday of the month, usually from 7 until 10 o'clock, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can see which bourbons that we decide to pick. Our next one will be, I believe, February.
So what is a bourbon tasting? How much do I pay to get it, and what do I get?
So you'll get 5 bourbons. They're all 3/4 ounce pours each, depending on the selections of bourbons that we pick, depends on the price. So last month we had 3 different Michter's Distillery, which is over in Louisville, and then 2 Calumet Farm style bourbons. And Mark, as well as some of his associates over at the church, at the bar, they seared and grilled a prime rib to go with it too. So you get your 5 bourbons, which equals about 4.25 ounces of bourbon, so it's safe for everybody to drive. We don't want them to be too intoxicated, because we care that everyone gets home safely as well as has a good time. And then they got it for $55 per. And we had a pretty good turnout. We had about close to 15 to 20 people show up.
Nice.
So, and everybody just shares their love for the brown water, and they love talking about it. And some of them always like to say, I've heard about this, I can't find it, all I want to do is just try it. And that's what we like to offer. So our next one will be the 10th, and we're figuring out which ones we want now, so hopefully we'll have it posted up by this week.
Do you want to tell them about the bourbon champions, to get their name on that?
Yep, so we have a barrel that was provided for us by some of our reps, that there's 75 slots to get your name, and you have to drink 6 of the marked bourbons that we have at the Monkey Bar. Usually it's the 2 Rabbit Holes, 3 Jeffersons, and then there's an Old Scout bourbon, 2 ounces each. When you fill up your card, your name gets on the bracket. So a lot of people have been filling it out. We've got about 13 names right now, so there's still room for your names to go on there. And we're hoping that maybe by summertime we can revamp it, and then so they're gold plated now, so maybe we'll do like a silver plated too, so you can be up there twice.
Nice.
Be a double champion.
And to think, brother, so he used to live in northern Kentucky, and now he just moved up here.
Oh, yeah?
He's gonna be really close to the bourbon.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it.
But the nice thing is being so close to Kentucky too, so even if you wanted to get that rare bourbon that you can't
Right.
get in Ohio, just take the 40-minute drive to Kentucky and go to party stores and come get it.
Right.
So,
That's a marketing gimmick.
Have you had it?
Yes.
Yeah, and you don't like it, or?
have you had all of them?
I had 22 years.
Oh, yeah. I've had the 23 year, it knocked me on my butt.
Yeah, it's strong.
It's so
It's
strong.
But it's just not
Where
worth
it started.
I don't think it's worth like a
Speak
cheap
of
stuff.
it.
So your favorite bourbon then?
Probably right now.
Blanton's, the old.
That's the only thing that's here?
The 1833?
It actually sounds like.
Yeah, the one that
That's
like,
the
when they
one
first
right?
started, yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're recording
Mark's
here.
got a few of those
Okay.
bottles, he's hoarding
As long as
them
it's
to keep
recording.
them in stock, because they don't make it anymore.
It's just your live.
So we've got lots of it, so when you come to the Monkey Bar, look you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change the audio and restart.
Mine is probably a Four
So
Roses
lift,
Single
yeah.
Barrel, that's my baby.
I do love that.
Yeah, that was a good one, especially now with Valentine's Day coming up, perfect.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna be doing on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day is on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of drink specials that's gonna go from, I think it's the 7th through the 14th. And they're, all different kinds of sweet, cute, romantic drinks.
One being called with Pillow Talk.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you already know about it.
This is the girl that just gave up kickboxing tonight to come up here on the podcast.
I did, I'm going Thursday though,
So she said that Thursday is a rougher class. I mean,
Yeah.
suck it up, Buttercup. I mean, come on. How often do you get to go promote the Monkey Bar on the podcast?
I know, you're right, I'm here, you're right. But I think she was gonna do, are you doing a wine tasting on the 16th? Cause that's, you said you do a bourbon tasting here and then.
The wine tasting would be on the 17th, be the third
So
Wednesday
the,
of every
that's
month.
right, the 17th, so it's the 10th and the 17th.
And then,
And are you trying to do a bourbon, wine?
well, what we were gonna
mix,
do is just like the bourbon tasting itself, and then for the wine tasting, next month, we were gonna be doing wine and chocolate pairings. So, and especially having an Italian dessert wine is very common out there. I was married into an Italian family. My father-in-law is from Trascablante, Italy, so the farmland, like, I think it's a little north of Venice. And he always talks about his dessert wines and such too, so we're gonna be having something like that, and we're working it out with some of our reps too, to know what bottles we have. And the nice thing is, if the customers like it so much, they can buy a bottle from us and take it home, because we do have the carry out for sealed beers and wine. We don't have the license for to-go drinks itself. I know Ohio has been more lenient on it because of COVID, but I don't think we really
We were doing
signed
that,
up for it. In the
I mean-
early parts, before we could officially open, like in
pretty sure if it's like,
April.
got a lid on it or something, but.
Yeah.
So, just so you guys know that every time that they do these, I mean, every day but Monday, you've got food truck
Monday, Tuesdays for right now, we don't
Yeah.
have a food truck
during the winter time.
during the winter time because they're really not doing very well and I know it. And we
Yeah.
feel bad when that happens.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, back up a little bit, because I gotta be honest with you, when I go to the Monkey Bar, which we come down there quite a bit, and most of the trucks that are there, we know, or there are trucks in our association.
Mhm.
I don't see them doing their part in, this is, and I'm being direct with people that are out there listening tonight, that are food truck owners, operators, that go down to the Monkey Bar during the winter time. It's a pretty simple process. If you take and design yourself a really nice food flyer, and you do a QR code scenario, and you put on there, because now all your tables are numbered.
Mhm.
Everywhere, upstairs, downstairs, outside on the patio, they all
Yep.
have numbers. So all you gotta basically do is text the QR code, your order to the truck, and you need to be able to assign it to a table. So it's that simple. Somebody could say, hey, I'm sitting at table 62, I would like blah, 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 here's my order, goes direct to the truck. That person never has to walk out of the bar, ever. They don't have to come out to the truck anymore. And during the wintertime, that's a big deal. That's what
Yeah.
stops people from going out to the truck to order
Mhm.
is inclement weather.
Yeah.
So if they knew that it was that simple to put their order in and they never had to leave their table, then you're going to increase your sales when you're down there at the monkey bar, period. And I just don't see people utilizing that on their menus right now. They'll put the menu on the table, but they're expecting the customer to come outside in the snow or rain or
Rain
cold
and
or
everything,
whatever.
yep.
Sit there and wait for, maybe one or two people standing out there freezing their butt. No, just put the QR code on there, put the phone number and table it. That's it.
I will have to say they have been doing that.
Yeah.
There's a few that has been doing that. Now, sometimes they'll just text them, say it's ready. If they're not busy, they will bring it up for them. I mean, this is on the weekends or whatever, and we have been letting them park up front there.
Right.
So
On
that
the
way,
street, yeah.
Yeah.
because just like you said, they don't want to have to walk all the way outside, down there, walk all the way back up, wait for it and go, so we've been telling them to park up front, as long as people can see to get out, park there, and then I've seen that they're doing better that way, but they have been putting their phone numbers on there for the texting thing. And,
We've been on them, man.
and
Like, look,
whatever.
you guys gotta stop complaining about not making money and start doing everything you can to make money, because it's not like, no, you don't have your 1,200 capacity like you do during the spring and summer, but you do have people sitting around at the tables listening to the live music,
Yeah.
And so they're there, you just gotta get them to order.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think they get frustrated because, I'll have a food truck, I'll try to have a food truck all day. So now we've noticed, like, definitely in the wintertime, they don't have to come until later, maybe 4-ish.
Right.
Even on maybe like a Friday, not till 4, just because there's nothing really going on, maybe 1 or 2, but,
Right.
I mean, it's just a hit or miss. Sometimes you have a lot of people on that bike trail that'll hit them up early, sometimes not, so.
Well, just so you guys know, maximize your opportunities to take advantage of the people sitting in the bar by making it simple for them.
Yeah,
Order food.
for sure.
If you can do that, then you're gonna make more money.
And the people are ready for like the Monday and Tuesday crowds, because I have a couple people that do come in, and they're like, when are you gonna get the food trucks back on Mondays? I'm like, soon, once the weather warms up. So people are ready. They wanna see the new upcoming trucks that we have coming in. Like, a lot of new names are coming in. A lot of people are like, oh, what's that food truck? I've never heard of it. So.
Yeah, we got a shop full of them right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we gave them the nickel tour, man, and, there's a couple of big trucks out there that'll be ready by the time we get to spring. That'll, be good options to have down there in rotation, so. Anyways, anything else we wanna share about, the food truck rally? So we're gonna do, I think I saw on the calendar, every other month type scenarios.
There's a few dates, that we're gonna do, like,
Yeah.
4th of July is a good one.
Labor Day.
I did talk to Mark to see which one he's gonna do fireworks on.
Mhm.
I still don't know yet, but he does do fireworks. I don't know if it's gonna be on 4th of July or maybe the day before,
Right.
with 4th of July being on a Sunday. I mean, it's summertime, so he might, we haven't figured out what he wants to do.
Sometimes Sundays down there are better than Saturdays.
But we did wanna talk about kinda how, if they're gonna be there all day, they can store some food in that keg room there.
Right.
Just find me or Amber or somebody else that's there. I mean, it's a good space down there. I know sometimes you need a little bit when you're gonna be there all day. You need some extra storage, so we will allow that as long as this doesn't interfere with the keg room down there. And a few trucks have already done that, I believe. Stellar's done that and a couple others we've let.
Yeah.
So,
So, no more excuse of running out of food by 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon if you're there all day.
I mean, sometimes they can't help it. Like, I've seen them just getting their asses handed to them.
Yeah.
The line never stops. Like,
Yeah.
I do feel bad for them. That's why I try to have 2 to 3 trucks out there. Not that I'm trying to like step on toes and nobody make money, but also we don't want complaints or people upset that it's taking too long or the line's so long, and
Right.
that goes on our reviews. That doesn't go.
Right.
And there's sometimes we can't help it, but we just try to make everybody understand, like, that everybody's doing the best they can on the busy summertime.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a good point. I mean, there are reviews about food trucks per se, if they're not attached to an establishment, somebody gets a bad dish or something like that, and they make a review on that food truck page, but, with as much as you guys support trucks down there, it kind of does reflect on, you guys, if somebody gets a bad review or has an ugly trailer or truck or dirty, trailer truck or, bad food or whatever, I mean, that's that's gonna be posted on your page.
Yeah,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, that's exactly what happens, and then we can't,
Right.
you know, then I'll try to like smooth it over or whatever the case is, but.
So I think with the addition of the Foodies app in play, she kind of gets to, once those dates are, you know, the ones that are already booked will be filled in, but then the ones that you still have open or whatnot, then you kind of get to pick and choose from the ones that apply. So if you've never used, as a food trucker, the Foodies app, essentially it's a bid that Whitney puts out and says, hey, I have this open date and time, you know, anybody want to fill that? And that goes out to all food trucks that have the app on their phone. And so you'll get notifications saying, hey, the Monkey Bar has an opening, or, you know, somebody might break down or cancel or whatever. She can go immediately to the app and say, boom, I need an opening, and that goes out to everybody. And right now, I think one of the things she struggles with is she's gotta make, you know, individual calls or personal calls or whatnot from her food truck list, and it's not always easy to get a hold of people, you know? And so here, you just throw it out on the app and boom, you know, you're gonna get responses right back, and it's gonna save you a tremendous amount of time.
Now, does everybody that is in your association, they already have this app?
Yeah, I would say probably, 85% of our trucks have it on their phone already.
Just the newer ones, I think.
Yeah.
Don't have.
Yeah, I think it's
If
just
they
the
don't,
one,
they
and
need to get it.
we teach
Yeah.
them, so like this coming Monday, right here, we're having a Facebook marketing class, and that's something that we will go over with them, is that here's the apps that you guys should be using. Gentleman last week from Where's the Food Truck made a good point. He said, you know, you should have 5 or 6 of these apps on your phone. He said, because those leads are gonna come from whatever clients, whatever customers have that particular app on their phone. It doesn't necessarily have to be ours. It could be Street Food Finder, it could be, you know, the Foodies app, it could be any app that is going to give you leads, you should have on your phone for a food truck owner. And so, you know, you might have 5 or 6 opportunities come in between 5 or 6 different apps. So I was like, well, that was nice of you. You know, at least you're not trying to be all like greedy and, you know, it's my app, my app, my app. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I think that'll help a lot of trucks out, you know? So start downloading your apps, because right now you gotta get set up and get ready to go to the screen.
Right.
Good. Hey, if you're listening.
Yeah, because everybody had to miss out on St. Patty's Day last year, so we can only expect, more craziness.
Yeah, actually.
Weekends closed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ohio shut down, St. Patty's Day weekend, the
Yeah,
13th, Friday the 13th.
absolutely.
He shut
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, he
Oh
did.
my God.
We will never forget it, because Winnie and I, we were called in, and we had to, you know, call all the food trucks, that she had to do that, all the bands. I had to call all the reservations that people were making throughout the year, because we do take reservations now on our Riverside balcony and in our bourbon cellar, just, you know, small, because we try and keep it safe with COVID. But yeah, we had to call everybody. It took her hours. It took me like an hour or so for mine, but, you know, Whitney was just, you know, head down, calling, you know, keeping her phone charged. Oh my God, that was a day.
Hopefully we never have to do that.
Yeah, hopefully we never have to.
All right, well, so plan on March 13th down at the Monkey Bar Food Truck Rally. For you guys that are food trucks, that'll be kicking off your season pretty much. And if anybody would like to get in on that, I think we have 2 to 3 more available slots. And then from now until March 13th, we're gonna hit it hard and heavy on social media. So you are going to create a Facebook event for that once we get you all the marketing collateral for it. And then
Send me all the info and I'll make an event tomorrow. I'll work tomorrow.
Yeah, and then
I
we'll
can do this
direct
tomorrow.
everybody to that event page, and then we'll just link it off everybody's food truck. So that'll work. That'll work. Well, I appreciate you coming up here.
Hey, you're welcome. It was fun.
You know,
Appreciate it.
I'm excited, you know, to see what happens, and then we're gonna take about how much time you need to?
Just a couple minutes and I'm gonna restart us, so we're
Couple
gonna go out and then we're gonna go live again.
All right, so we're gonna go out for a couple minutes, and we're gonna come right back with David Bronx, and we're gonna get into the topic and conversation of all these different apps that are ripping everybody off. POS systems, not apps.
Well, no.
All right, we'll be right back, guys. Stick around, stay tuned. We're gonna relaunch this so we get the right audio. We'll be right back.
Bye.